I'm back for the fourth time because, in case you may have noticed, there was a video that was uploaded for a few minutes and then removed. And I'm new to the whole YouTube thing. So, because I did not follow my first mind, like my grandmom said, and I showed a post that had music in it, they told me something about revenue sharing and with the creators of the music, or I could just remove what I shared. Not quite sure how to do all that. So I said, let me record this 8-minute video over again. So here I am. So if you're one of the few that watched the other one, it's the same video, just a little different. So the first time I told y'all I was minding my business on my way out. Okay. After having done 2 videos, I told y'all stay safe, stay hydrated, take care of your skin, use hashtag Black Girl Sunscreen, all that stuff. Then I went to go use the bathroom. Which, like I said in the last video, side note, I love dude wipes because they're like the extra large. So I just love, having wipes in all the bathrooms in my house. Use dude wipes. And normally I just get the blue. They have like a blue label. And then this time, I don't know what glitched in my brain to make me grab the ones that say winter mint or mint chill. I don't like them. And I'm never going to get them again. And they should not even be made. Like when people have an original of something, then they like want to do different flavors or odors. Leave it to the original. I'm never using them again. Okay. Anyway, so I was minding my business and my text message goes off, and it was my boo, my friend, Carlos J. Harris. Shout out to Carlos. Love him so much. Y'all have heard me talk about him. He's been on a podcast, I think 3 or 4 times, and he will be back. I've already texted him. He was like, I guess he finally got sick of me continuing to ask, when are you coming back? When are you coming back? He was like, child, just let me know. So, but I love Carlos so much. But he texts me and I'll be telling him, sometimes my butt cheek clenched because I'll be like, something popped off. What is it? And sure enough, y'all, this is what he texted me. This is according to TV Deets. Keiarna Stewart sues Deborah Williams for assault and battery over RHOP season 8 fight. Exclusive. Keiarna Stewart is suing Deborah Williams for assault and battery over their explosive fight featured on season 8 of Bravo's RHOP. TV Deets can report exclusively in caps. The lawsuit, which was filed in D.C. Superior Court in February 2024, expands on the altercation with Keiarna, alleging that Deborah had been making inflammatory comments all night about Candace Dillard-Bassett's husband, Chris Bassett. According to the complaint, the ill will between the two continued throughout the evening, with Deborah allegedly picking up a heavy glass filled with a beverage and attempting to pour it on Candace's head, with the contents making their way to Keiarna. Keiarna Stewart is also alleging that the now empty glass hit her in the forehead, causing a serious laceration, with the two then engaging in the altercation that was eventually leaked to TV Deets and video subsequently to TMZ. The fight itself was featured on season 8 of the Bravo hit. According to the court documents, Keiarna, did they say Bravo hit? Well, that's generous. According to the court documents, Keiarna had to receive stitches, now has a permanent scar, and is asking for $10 million in damages for the mental health and physical anguish associated with the incident. She is also asking the court for a jury trial. Deborah, for her part, has pled not guilty and is denying all of the allegations made in the complaint. While Deborah Williams, who was introduced to Real Housewives of Potomac viewers as a friend of Ashley Darby, will not be featured on RHOP season 9, Keiarna Stewart is returning as an official friend of the Housewives, and this lawsuit drama is expected to play out on the Bravo show when it returns later this year. So here's the lawsuit in the Superior Court of District Columbia. Keiarna Stewart, plaintiff, Deborah, Sesame Street, Deborah Helen Williams, the defendant, complaint and demand for a jury trial, y'all. Deborah wants a jury trial. Child, it says Keiarna Stewart is an adult resident of Rosedale in Baltimore County. Y'all, that's up the street from me. That's like 10 minutes up the street from me. Let me find out. Keiarna lives 10 minutes up the street. Can I get a hydrofacial and a dermaplaning? But she is not playing. She wants the money. And of course, we know she's starting out high, of course, 10 million. And who knows? Y'all think she should get the full 10 million? I mean, if she's got a permanent scar, and, Deborah is denying it, of course, right? And basically saying she's not guilty and denying all the allegations made in the complaint. We have the video. I will say this. I remember when the video first leaked and people were blaming Candace. And what we saw on video was Candace with her back turned. Keiarna walks up on her, wants some attention, and Candace responded the way she did, basically like, nah, Sesame, or whatever, the character or whatever, away from me, or what have you. You came on this show as a friend of Ashley. And now, mind you, I hope that this causes Keiarna to get in Ashley's behind, even though I know she's not Deborah. But remember on the reunion when Keiarna kind of said, like, Ashley hasn't taken accountability either for her role in it or just she never takes accountability or something like that, that might cause a little bit of friction. And now if we see this play out on the show, but I hope it causes Keiarna to get into Ashley a little bit, because I don't believe Ashley and Deborah were friends like that in the first place. I believe you brought Deborah on, because remember when Deborah came on the season before last, and one of the first things she said at Ashley's apartment was, "Is Candace coming?" Like, Candace. I believe Ashley brought her on to get at Candace, and that girl, we saw the girl lie about Chris on camera more than once, right? So I say that to say, yeah, Candace had every right to feel a type of way about her. You lied on my husband on Candace. You tried to get me to have a conversation with you 2 seasons ago. I said, no, thank you. Walked away. Ashley was upset that she wouldn't have a conversation with her. And then now we're at this GNA launch party, and you've seen me call you Sesame Street or whatever after you didn't came for my family. And I could say whatever I want to say. You coming at my husband. My back was to you. And if what Keiarna is alleging is true, her saying that Deborah had been making comments about Chris all night, inflammatory comments all night about Candace Dillard Bissett's husband, Chris Bissett. We didn't hear of any altercation with Candace and her before this particular one leaked. So that means Candace would have been ignoring her, right? Again, in the video, we see her back to Deborah. We see Candace's back to Deborah. We see Deborah walk up, something in her hand. And then we see her throw the drink or whatever. And then the glass hits, some of it gets on Keiarna, and then they get to tussling or whatever. So it'll be interesting to see her try to, like, she's denying all of this and we have it on camera. What's also interesting, and this is what I had showed y'all before, but with the sound, which is why I ended up just taking the video, just deleting the video and doing it again. But I'm going to show y'all just the picture this time. We're going to look into this. So this is what I had showed you. And this could come back, I think, to implicate Deborah. Look at this. So y'all remember. So this right here is Deborah. She was listening to Cardi's, "These are bloody shoes." That's what she was listening to when she was doing all that. Then remember this post? "You left your nail in my real ponytail that you unsuccessfully could not rip out. LMK, meaning let me know if you like it back. Now let someone leak the whole video, because that floor work sure was something special, wasn't it? Special K. P.S. Did you enjoy your ambulance ride? Ouch. Punch me in my face first. No, ma'am." So I wonder if, because Deborah is denying all, Sesame Street, Helen Williams is denying all this, I wonder if her defense is going to be, she hit me first and I was defending myself. But we already have her that she posted, "Punch me in my face first. No, ma'am." So you're already saying that Keiarna didn't punch you in the face. And then she said, "Now let someone leak the whole video, because that floor work sure was something special." What floor work, Deborah? "Oh, you fighting me?" And then P.S. Did you enjoy your ambulance ride? Ouch. So you're doing something. You did something that sent me to the ambulance. I didn't hit you first. That's what you said. And I had some floor work done on me and I was sent somewhere in an ambulance. So I wonder, do y'all think this will hurt Deborah's case? Because she was trying to do all that flexing online. Do you think now it'll come back to bite her in her behind with this case? Y'all, so I'm going to dip my toe in. I never said I wasn't. I know there were people that said that they weren't going to watch and they had posted it and I was tagged in it. So I tagged it. I reposted it in my stories because I understand why people don't want to watch, don't want any parts of it. And for the people that are like, well, I'm gonna dip my toe back in and see. And that's me. And if I like it or if I'm indifferent to it, I'll watch it. But if it pisses me off, I'm not gonna watch because I don't watch things that make my emotions that piss me off. Like a whole show. Like, you know how people hate watch? I don't see how people do that. If you really can't stand the show, why do you watch? Or like people that hate support people on like Instagram or whatever. Why do you follow people that you don't like? I don't, my energy can't do that. So, and I don't mean why do y'all? Because I'm not saying, but people in general. So I'm gonna dip my toe in and see what it's giving. Like I said, I do hope that Keiarna kind of calls Ashley to the carpet a little bit because I believe Ashley had a little something to do with this little setup. Like I said, I believe she had Deborah come on the season before specifically to get at Candace. Most definitely. So we shall see, y'all. Deborah said, give me that $10 million. I'm sorry, Keiarna said to give me that $10 million. Keiarna, I am going to come to K Beauty because one of your locations is not far from me at all. And I'm going to hydrofacial and dermaplaning. Then I can come back and tell the people. I am wondering if this is going to play out. And I think that it's good that Keiarna is a friend of and Deborah is not, because from what I've heard in their housewives contracts, they can't sue each other. Keiarna is a friend of, but it's probably still in her contract too, right? However, Deborah's not. So that leaves it wide open for this. Child, we should see. We're going to see. We're going to see. We're going to see. And I don't know if I mentioned it in this video. I know I mentioned it in the other one, but a few weeks ago, or like maybe a month ago, Keiarna was doing a live. And I think she was reading the comments and someone mentioned suing Deborah. Like, I think you should sue Deborah or something like that. And she was like, and I'm paraphrasing because I don't remember the exact words, but basically like, yeah, she should be held accountable, like with the law or something like that, she said. And so it seemed like then she was going to sue her. And now here we are. Clearly, she had already filed the suit since we're now finding out. She filed the suit in February. Y'all, I'm interested to see, and I want to see how Miss Deborah is going to defend herself when we have footages in your little posts on IG. Anyway, y'all, I'm gone for real now. I love y'all so much. Again, stay safe in this heat. See ya.